¿Cuántas? ¿Dos o una? ¿Una?
¿De cuántos son?
Ok. ¿No dice?
A ver.
Ah. Hey, a great Monday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, except that it's raining and it's cold. And it's not el problema with the raining and cold. It's not so much the rain or the cold; it's the combination of both of them put together. That's the problem. And aparte, me está pegando la gripa, and that's not a good thing. Me estaba pegando la gripa. Guácatela. Caudicó el 22, abril 22. Guácatela, tiene más de un año con razón. Creo que me voy a morir por andar tomando medicamento caducado y es del doctor Simi, es el peor.
No te mueres, solo se quita la efectividad.
Me muero. ¿Y luego qué van a hacer sin mí en la ciudad de Brownsville? The problem is the crazy drivers. No, well, déjame decirte, no es tanto el crazy drivers, el problema es the slow drivers. Es lo que más me preocupa a mí. La gente que maneja despacio. Because that ruins it for everyone. Ah, sí, está horrible esa medicina. I should have checked the expiration date. Como quiera voy a ir en la tarde a Matamoros. Voy a quedar la noche en Matamoros. Me van a poner, voy a pedir que me pongan inyección y voy a ir al cine en Matamoros. You need an enema. I do not need an enema.
Dos.
Dos.
Y después solo una cada 6 a 8 horas.
¿Después una cada 6 a 8 horas?
Sí. Dijo Google que sí.
¿Dijo quién?
Google. Que sí.
Google. Y Google nunca miente. Good morning from Hannah High School. Hey, my man. Love my students in Hannah. Hannah Eagles all the way, bro. And how did everyone for it? Hannah rocks. No, I feel halfway like crap. That, and I think with my high blood pressure, it's not a good combination. So that's a good thing about having Matamoros close by. That I should put this thing closer. The good thing about having Matamoros close by is de que aquí te dan, I think aquí te dan como pastillas nada más para atenerte más o menos. En Matamoros vas y te dan la inyección. They'll give you that damn shot and you're done quick. Y en caliente sales de la enfermedad. So I'm going to spend the afternoon in Matamoros. Encanto Isabela. Encanto Isabela. $20 times 5 is 100. I'm buying Christmas presents for kids in Mexico. Mira, Rubí, encontré las Encanto, Rubí. Encontré las Encanto en... Oh, crap. No.
¿Cuáles?
Ay, no, pero están estas mismas, pero ya están descontinuadas. Chinteras, hombre.
Todos los pidieron.
Hubiera pedido, mira, esta, la Maribel,
¿A cuánto estaba?
Mirabel, todos. ¿Eh?
¿A cuánto estaban?
Dan a $5.
Oh, súper bien.
Chetos. Los odio. No puedo creerlo, hombre, tan padre que estuvieran.
Sí.
Nope. They're out of stock. Nope, they're out of stock. Necesitas el calor de un hombre. Well, that's why I'm going to spend the night in Matamoros. El calor de un hombre. Si así me traen y luego estoy diciendo eso, luego que van a pensar la gente. Will there be a show tonight? We can have one. Do you want to be on it? The weather's horrible. What's that white thing that I have? Is it just in my brain? No, sí, es algo. We might have a show. I'm going to be in Matamoros tonight, so it just depends. Sorry. There's actually a lot going on, and I actually invited Roman, but of course Roman's a piece of crap, and invited Frankie. Frankie, se pone moños. De repente, todos se ponen moños. And that's okay. Hay que ponernos todos moños, yo creo. So I said, Frankie, what's going on? Oh, I'm too busy. I'm like, bitch. Shouldn't be that busy. But anyway, I only need him for 20, 30 minutes. That's all I need him for. But there's a lot going on. Did publish yesterday the story in regards to an agenda item that is going to be an interesting agenda item that was placed by Carlos Elizondo and Frank Ortiz in regards to an investigation of the extramarital affairs of Eddie Garcia, alleged extramarital affairs. I did invite, Roman is always on his period. Yeah. I did send an invite to Eddie Garcia to come on live and let's talk about it. Did not respond. So don't know where he's at in regards to that, but it'd be a good thing. Let us know what's going on. What they are saying internally is that Daniela, we don't know about Jessica Gonzalez, but what Daniela is saying is, oh, it's political. We're like, it's political. and everything's political. I mean, what them going out there and censoring Carlos, was that not political? Them going out there and voting 4-3 on everything, that's not political. Her getting a job with the Midi Cultural District, that's not political. Denise putting on the agenda an item in order, putting on the agenda an item that is going to benefit her workplace. That's not political. It's a game, and that's what's unfortunate, that it all becomes a game, and that hurts. That hurts the community. It hurts staff, and this is one of the reasons why staff, the morale is just so low, because they live con el pie en el cuello, and that's unfortunate. Que vivan con el pie en el cuello. But again, going to say this again, teachers voted to increase our taxes. Teachers voted to have Daniela on that board. How are you liking your vote? It's unfortunate. But the people at FNS, they lived through that hell. If the accusations that are being made are somewhat factual, it's very, very unfortunate, because Eddie Garcia and this individual, would blatantly go out there and be in private rooms. And administrators were like had no one to go to up there at FNS. They couldn't go and report it to anyone because they was being protected by the superintendent. Now, is this new interim superintendent going to play ball with the majority? We're going to do the right thing. And look, at the end of the day, guys, I don't personally care if he was or wasn't having an extramarital affair. If it wasn't affecting staff members, why would it matter? It wouldn't, because that happens all the time. Individuals have affairs. Individuals cheat on their partners. I don't, mostly. When in a stable relationship, I sure don't. When I'm in an iffy relationship, well, then, yeah. But I don't think anyone would have cared if Eddie Garcia was out there sleeping. Wouldn't care if it's actually factually true. Wouldn't care. What we do care about is how it made other co-workers feel. Because the allegations that are being made is that he forced the individual to, be placed in a position, and also used his political influence to get her a job at the tax office, at the courthouse, Cameron County Courthouse, somewhere, I don't know where. And when she wanted to return, it was more of a, let's not do this anymore. There is no community in Brownsville that rot gut city is what you always know as old tamales, rotting and stinking up the rest of the Valley Affairs movidas, are in Brownsville disease DNA. Thanks, Eduardo. I'm still waiting for you to say when you're going to come on. You would be amazing on one of these shows. So let me know if you have an opportunity to be on tomorrow morning, and we'll slam it out before the meeting. One of the things that I like about Eduardo is that he's well versed. Good morning, and can actually defend a point. And that's something that is lacking a lot with our local bloggers. Cannot defend a point. I do appreciate Juan Montoya going out there and throwing out the story. One of the things that Juan Montoya did on that story, which I thought was very, very impressive, which does not serve the narrative of what is really, really going on, because he then tried to paint Carlos Elizondo in a bad light and Minerva Peña, which again, not defending either one of them, but that wasn't the point of the story. One of the things that is mentioned here. One of the things that is being mentioned here is that se me atoró. one of the things that was being mentioned in the article, it needs to stay focused on the fact that that it, it's how you make everybody else feel. It is, in a sense, using your position uh, to oppress individuals. It's called political oppression. One of the things that I shared with someone yesterday was, if this is truly political oppression, if he did use his position as a board member in order to force individuals to get this individual a job there at Food Nutritional Services, and there is no investigation out there, it should go as a criminal offense. It should go before the district attorney because it's political oppression. You cannot do that as a political. It is a crime, a crime. But will our district attorney investigate? The answer is no. It's not going to happen until the school board decides to open an investigation in regards to what actually went on and give the directive to the superintendent, the interim superintendent, and staff to question every single individual that had any knowledge of this. The previous superintendent wouldn't lift a finger. Previous superintendent actually escorted Eddie Garcia to food services locations while all this was going on. And that's what's unfortunate. But it becomes a trend out here at BISD because also Alonso Guerrero getting his and his wife's nursing services company a contract is what they do. It's just what they do. And it's unfortunate because it's the same thing that Denise Scars is trying to do by putting up her company. And the way that they do it is kind of impressive because it was actually, I think, Eddie Garcia and Daniela who put the agenda item to award the company that Denise all of a sudden works for, to award them a contract with BISD. And it becomes a conflict of interest. The only hope out there is that it's actually going to fail because she cannot vote on it because she works for them. If she does vote for it, it's a big conflict of interest. Erasmo, buenas noches. Mis jefes vieron una noticia del niño de Palm Grove Elementary. ¿Podrías explicarlo en español para que toda la gente pueda entender? Sí. A todas las personas de las cuales son de habla hispana y quieren entender lo que pasó con el pequeño de la Palm Grove, dos cosas. Una de las cosas es el muchacho supuestamente hizo amenazas terrorísticas a la directora en cuanto a que la quería matar. Hasta ahí va la situación. La directora siguió protocolo y dijo, por acabar de decir eso, se tiene que reportar. Hasta ahí todo está bien. El problema fue cuando ya el pequeño fue recogido de parte de la fiscalía. ¿Qué hicieron con el pequeño? Siendo de que era durante el tiempo de COVID, al parecer lo mantuvieron detenido al menor de edad más de 72 horas, cuando la ley estrictamente dicta que un menor de edad no puede ser detenido más de 24 horas. Más de 24 horas. Todo se complicó, todo se embarró y ahora la culpable es la directora. Otra vez, a como lo se quiere pintar. Tenemos que tener mucho cuidado porque esto va a ir a juicio, creo que esta semana o fue la semana pasada, no estoy seguro. Va a ir a juicio donde se van a presentar los hechos para ver quién es el que tenía la razón. A como pinta ahorita, muy aparte de la noticia, es al parecer el niño dijo algo que no debía haber dicho. La directora siguió protocolo. Los que mantuvieron en detención al niño fue la fiscalía, no la directora o la escuela. Ahora, ¿qué tanta culpabilidad tiene el departamento de policía de la escuela de BISD? Ese es otro asunto. So, no sabemos. Los closed eyes, see nothing, do nothing. That's what unfortunately happens at BISD. Now, superintendent himself was oppressing many of the top-level food nutritional service employee at the same time that Carmelita, the director of human resources, covered it all up for them. But again, Carmelita was very well known for going out there and covering crap up. again, not to say that anything was out there. It's like everyone's covering each other up. Remember that Carmelita's son was the individual that has been mentioned to have been going out there from one school to another school to another school, touching boys all over the place. A lot of students. I'm not mistaken. I'm thinking like 20 some students filed complaints in regards to the touchy touchy. They all knew this. Everyone knew this, all the way up to the superintendent, Eddie Garcia. But it was a continual cover up. Everyone was covering up for each other. So, is an investigation warranted as requested by Carlos Elizondo and Frank Ortiz? You better believe it is. 100%. Because all this, it's all connected. All connected. Because everyone's covering up for each other. And being that it's all connected, guys, it's not just staff that's being oppressed. It's also students that are being touched and molested out there through BISD. And that's a big no-no. That's still not right. Unless the laws have changed. And they have not. It's unfortunate. Folks running for re-election, it's the I want to finish the job, much left still to do line. Many have had years, if not decades, to finish the damn job and don't seem to be able to do. And you would think, Judge, that if there was some form of progress along the way, you would think, well, at least we've got something. You get nothing. Nothing. And that's what's really unfortunate. And, elections are coming up November 2024 for a school board. What have they done but enrich themselves and covered up? Mary Garza covering up over there at all the financial tranzas, superintendent covering up for everyone, Carmelita covering up for the touchy-touchy, grabby of students. If I'm not mistaken, I think another one of her family members was allowed to retire in before the touchy, feely thing hit, being able to get all his benefits, because there's no accountability. Because if you are, and this is the difference, guys, if you are in that top little level, everything goes. It's a free for all. You can do anything you want. It doesn't matter. Se van a tapar con la misma cobija. But if it were a coach, if it were someone on the lower rung that does not have those connections, you're screwed. And that's what's unfortunate, guys. Because at the end of the day, if any other lower level individuals were out there going having affairs with individuals, they would be terminated. And heads would roll. Because the rules that apply to thee do not apply to the we. And that's what's unfortunate. Because this district is a mess. It is a mess in the sense that the morale is to crap. Students are being molested. Employees are being harassed. The finances that should be going for the betterment of the district continue to go into the pockets of the politicos. And that's unfortunate. Carita has big karma due to her. Tell me why. Yeah, 100%. And that's what's unfortunate. That it just shouldn't be that way. And this is what really gets to me. If you do the right thing, you don't have to worry about karma. Just do the right thing. And the moment that Mary Garza knew about all these financial shenanigans that were going on, should have stood up and said something. They didn't. And my problem with Carmelita is exactly the same thing. I liked Carmelita when I was at the district. Then you come to find out all the cover-ups and stuff, and going like, why are you going to destroy such a halfway decent reputation? But she served Sylvia Atkinson to the fullest. And many individuals along the way didn't get the positions that she should have gotten in order to give them to somebody else. And the district loses because we don't have the most qualified individuals in the different positions. Alonso, Alonso Guerrero out there making a killing. Denise Garza wanting to make a killing. Daniela, whatever the hell her name, Lopez Valdez making a killing. They're all making a killing. They're all banking. Gracias. Y también preguntan qué pasó con que según la principal estaba haciendo bullying al niño. Déjenme decirles que esa parte no tanto lo creo, porque tendría que ser una razón. Entra en lógica. Si vas a hacer bullying a alguien, es por ser cagastick, poop stick. And the kid wasn't. The kid seemed like a nice little kid. So it just doesn't fit, no queda con la historia que están dando. O sea, es lo que me saca un poquito mi fuera de onda. O sea, que estaba haciéndole bullying al niño, no entra en historia. Vamos a ver los hechos, pero no encaja bien con el carácter de la persona. Yo conozco a la persona es muy estricta, rígida, quizás, fría, quizás, pero que llegar al punto de ser bullying, no lo veo, pero otra vez, caras vemos y corazones no conocemos. Vamos a esperar hasta que todos los hechos sean producidos y nosotros como comunidad tengamos la información total, porque hasta este momento la única información que tenemos viene del niño y la mamá, que no conozco personalmente. El problema más grande de todo esto, Ozzy y los parientes de Ozzy y todo el resto de la comunidad, el problema con esto es de que no tenemos medios locales los cuales podrían estar informándonos de lo que está sucediendo aquí en la comunidad. O sea, una de las cosas que quiero que las personas observen y que lo he estado diciendo por las últimas semanas es de que el Texas Observer viene de Austin, Texas, no viene aquí localmente. ¿Por qué es que tenemos que depender de las noticias de Austin, Texas, de Dallas, Texas, de Houston, para poder traer a la luz un problema sistemático que existe aquí localmente en nuestra comunidad? Y el problema es de que todos están conectados. Cuando antes teníamos el periódico, el Brownsville Herald, ellos le tapaban al distrito y a la universidad y a los hospitales y jamás publicarían algo en contra de ellos. Y la razón que lo hacían es de que ellos pagan por poner informes en los periódicos. O sea que iban a perder esa oportunidad de recibir dinero para su periodiquito si hablaban mal del distrito, de los hospitales, de la universidad o cualquier otra entidad grande de aquí localmente. Tenemos al noticiero 4 y teníamos antes al noticiero 23. Son basura. Son basura. Ellos se enfocan en lo fascinante, las viejas subidas en palos, los pleititos en la isla. Compartan, háganme like. Eso deben de dejarlo para nosotros. Nosotros, los que estamos en las redes sociales. Ellos como que han bajado, y lo digo, al nivel de nosotros, y han bajado en ese aspecto, y al hacer eso, a nosotros nos elevan. Ahora, ¿ustedes creen que Erasmo Castro quiere ser Erasmo Castro en la comunidad? No siempre. Agradezco ser Erasmo Castro en la comunidad, pero hay momentos en cuales Erasmo Castro quiere tener unos pequeños momentos de privacidad y no los puedo tener, porque soy la persona más conocida de este rancho y ahora una de las personas más conocidas de Matamoros, Tamaulipas, Erasmo Castro. Acepto la responsabilidad de ser la cara de la comunidad, la acepto, pero no es fácil, porque dejo de tener vida privada. Y no tendría que hacerlo si tuviéramos un periódico que hiciera su función, si tuviéramos una estación de televisión que hiciera su función. estaría excelente. Y a este niño está bien chiflado. Estás bien chiflado. ¿Quieres hablar o quieres quedarte aquí? Pero agradezco a la audiencia hispana que ahora se empiezan a sintonizar con nosotros. Está bien marrano. A sintonizar con nosotros. Gracias, Ozzy. They are smart enough to find a winning solution, but they just don't care to do the right thing. They sure are experts at the money in pockets. Y ese es el problema. Es tan fácil hacer lo correcto. Es tan fácil. Y desafortunadamente, empezamos a enseñar por nuestras acciones valores los cuales son contraproducentes a millares de nuestra comunidad. Miren, es como el muchacho el hijo de Carmelita que andaba ya tocando a los alumnos. Qué triste, ¿no? Que la vida de cientos de personas aquí en la comunidad quedó marcada por un coach mañoso que andaba allí agarrando a los niños. What about the coach from St. Joe? He was never busted at Hannah. Exactamente. Ese es otro de los problemas. That was a big thing. The coach, this Perez guy, I don't care. The Perez swim coach was out there touching boys. And again, know this for a fact. They did nothing to him. Nothing. He got a cushy job at St. Joe. Why St. Joe would allow that? ¿Quién sabe? Ahora, las buchonas de St. Joe, las buchonas de St. Joe andaban todas enojadas porque Erasmo públicamente dijo, las buchonas, por un accidente que pasó ahí en la Stell, que no tuvieron nada que ver con ello. Erasmo que dijo que éramos buchonas y que no sé qué más. Hicieron un borlotazo, tanto borlotazo que se andaban mandando mensajes privados, andaban constantemente ahí contrapeando el uno con el otro, y que no, mira que Erasmo, que dijo esto, sin saber que estaban en un group chat con mi hermana. Con mi hermana, porque mi sobrino va a St. Joe. Y mi hermana además se rió. La verdad, mi hermana ni fue la que me dijo alguien más. Ya después mi hermana me confirmó. Pero bien molestas las buchonas de St. Joe, porque Erasmo había dicho que eran buchonas. Y si no son buchonas, entonces no les cayó el saco. Mi punto es este. Mi punto es este. ¿Dónde están las buchonas? ¿Dónde están los mensajes privados de todas estas mamás, las cuales estaban preocupadísimas porque Erasmo dijo que eran buchonas? ¿Dónde están los mensajes en cuanto al coach que St. Joe acaba de ocupar, que andaba de mañoso con los niños? Y es donde se empieza a trastornar las prioridades y dónde de veras está el enfoque. ¿Por qué todas estas personas, estas buchonas de St. Joe, por qué no se levantaron en armas para defender y proteger la pirininis de sus hijos, de los alumnos? Nada. Hasta la fecha no he oído de una persona que me haya enviado, oye, sí, están hablando de que, oye, se hizo mención de que al que andaba manoseando los niños de Hannah, ahora de repente está en St. Joe. Nada, nada, nada. It was the tax collectors, if I'm correct. It was the tax collectors did what, papi? Love you, Jay. Is your cat spoiled, or did the cat notice your anxious behavior in your disappointment in the lack of investigating report? Yeah. It's just kind of weird because cats, they have like this little sixth sense. They know when you're like upset, you're sick, you've had surgery, and they'll come up to you. They'll sit with you. My cats, every single time I've had surgery, they've decided to come up and me. Guys, ya se pasaron mis 20 minutos mañanales. Y gracias por escucharme en esta mañana en español. Y Roman es un arrastrado, no trabaja, se la pasa toda la noche nomás ideando estupideces en cuanto al Partido Republicano. Antes de que me vaya, la cosa que quería que Roman estuviera esta mañana es porque vi algo que me impresionó bastante este fin de semana. Y tiene que ver con eh, la iglesia católica local, aquí en Brody. Y ya sé que se me van a enojar los católicos, no me importa. Ok. Eh, el sábado pasé por el centro en la patineta. Creo que iba a hacer un depósito. Y vi que estaban teniendo una boda aquí en la iglesia Immaculate Conception Church. Y todas las personas que estaban vestidas, estaban vestidos muy pipiri nice. Y los carros lujosísimos, tanto de aquí como de México. Y me hice la pregunta, siendo de que la iglesia es católica y ustedes son católicos, todos tienen el acceso a poder usar la iglesia, el templo de la iglesia católica, para casarse. ¿Sí o no? Espero que alguien conteste. O sea, vamos a decir que Rey Martínez, que no es uno de los ricos aquí de la comunidad, va a estar más pobre que yo. Vamos a decir que él se quiere casar y dice, yo quiero tener mi boda en la Immaculate Conception Church, la que está aquí en el centro. ¿Cuánto tendría que pagar para usar la facilidad, el lugar? Y si toda su vida ha sido católico, y si toda su vida ha aportado su limosna, su ofrenda a la iglesia católica, ¿por qué tener que pagar? O sea, por décadas, ustedes han mantenido esa facilidad, la facility, esa iglesia, por décadas. Siendo de que ustedes son católicos, ¿por qué ustedes no tienen el derecho de poder usar eso? Y les voy a dar el ejemplo. Es como que si alguien de la iglesia donde nosotros vamos dice, me quiero casar y quiero usar el templo para tener la boda. Claro, no hay problema. Ustedes arreglan en cuanto a la limpieza y todo lo demás, pero tienen acceso a ello, la decoración y todo lo demás. Y asegurar de que esté limpio después. Lo correcto. Pero cualquiera puede usar el templo de nosotros para casar, mientras sea miembro de la iglesia, porque ha aportado a la iglesia. Porque no es lo mismo con la iglesia católica. Y tengo años de tener esa duda, esa inquietud. There are fees for weddings, and it's not cheap. Pero ese es el problema. It's your building. Have you ever thought of that? It's your building. You're Catholic. You have been investing in the Catholic Church for years. Years. And you can't use the church building to have your wedding. Y lo que pasa es, and I lived this when I worked at Irlandés en Monterrey, papi. Cuando yo trabajé en el Irlandés de Monterrey, había un campamento que tenían los católicos de los legionarios de Cristo, ahí en Monterrey. Un campamento hermoso. Y pregunté, dije, oiga, ¿y cualquiera que sea católico tiene acceso a ese campamento? Oh, no, nomás los niños de papi del Irlandés de Monterrey. Dije yo, it just doesn't sound right. Everyone should have access to it. What about the poor Catholic kids? the poor individuals. ¿Por cuál puente tiene que cruzar to get to your office? Gateway Bridge. That's what's for it. Is uninterested in that issue. Yeah, he's Catholic. I guess it's because some of the members give only $1 in the basket. Members are really not taking care of their church. And to a certain point, you're right. But you, you got to give according to your means. And there's a lot of individuals that don't have the means. So someone who gives $1 should not have equal access to the Immaculate Conception Church to have their wedding as someone who can afford to put $1,000 a week. I don't know. I just think what starts to happen is you become empezamos a hacer acepción de personas. Acepción de personas, o sea, por las muy pobres y las muy ricas. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Porque ya después que tenga Roman, lo voy a discutir con él. Guys, have a great, great day. Where's the 10%? The tithes. Tithes are in the Old Testament. Guys, have a great day. Again, I'm not sure about tonight. We'll see what happens. It depends on my significant other to see what plans they have. I love y'all. I'm still fighting for the community. It's not easy being out here by myself. And I really wish that individuals become a little bit more responsible, like Roman and Frankie and Maggie and all these people that have left us. I love y'all. See you tonight, maybe. Not tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Guys, be good to each other. I'm doing my best. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.